I cannot even begin to express to you how much pain I have experienced in the past couple of days. It was tough and annoying because I know how to surf that wave when it comes. But for some reason, for over 3 days, I allowed myself to sink lower and lower and lower. Even when I knew exactly what it was that I was supposed to do to get out of the funk, I still allowed myself to sink. And as I got over that phase, which it does happen once in a while, I'm like the pro now. I know how to surf that wave, and I always know that it's going to go. But in the process of that happening, we call it depression. Some of you claim it and say my depression. I don't say that anymore. I just say that thing is happening again, and it's always a new level, you know. It's always a whole new level. Like you if you've experienced dark times, which we tend to call the dark night of the soul, if you've experienced it, as tough as it could possibly be, it gets easier and easier over time, but the memory is still there. You're still human. As much as you want to be superhuman as you go through this awakening process, you're still human. So you're still going to feel that emotion. You're still going to feel the pain and that depressive state. Um, anyway, long story short, I went through that again, and so it was a terrible time for me. In fact, during that process, I still had to send emails out to my email list of people who I'm coaching and helping through depression, and I still had to tell them you're going to be okay while I was crying and typing the email. Like, I said to God, like, yo, what kind of tough job have you given to me? I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. I accept it, but it's tough. And I'm the kind of person who doesn't call anybody. Um, all my friends call me when something is going on. My married friends call me, my single friends call me, my broke friends call me, my rich friends call me. Everybody calls me when something is going on in their lives. But when it's happening to me, I always tend to shut down because I don't know how to call anybody. I don't want to stress, and that's how I see it. I don't want to dump any my issues on anybody's situation because I know everybody's going through their own shit. Also, on the flip side of that, I just really trust in my process a lot because I've gone through it many times now, and I know how to heal myself. I think it's why I have so much energy to be able to help as many people as I can. Um, so when I'm going through my process, I don't call anybody. So there's nobody to call, and I'm dealing with it on my own. I deal with it on my own. I deal with it on my own. And so it's tougher on me. Um, so it was a very tough time. But it's good to be back and laughing, understanding the message and understanding the lesson, which is what I'm here to share with you today. So here's what it is. I want you to understand, and this is very simple, universal principle, that when you are off track, when you are out of alignment with yourself, with your truest self, with your highest, best self, when you're out of alignment, when you miss the path of what your real self, your true self is, your emotional body will tell you by how you are feeling. And so when you're feeling bad, and you're feeling unsure, and you're feeling disconnected, and you're feeling sad, all those low vibrational feelings. When you're not feeling good, it's a sign that you have stepped off your natural path. When you're feeling good, when you're high and vibrating in love, in joy, in gratitude, in bliss, then you are on course, okay? You are on your path. You are in touch. You are aligned. You're connected. You are integrated to the best version of yourself when you're feeling good. And you must begin to take note of how you're feeling from time to time, and ask yourself, why am I feeling this way? What is it that I'm currently focused on that is not serving me? Why am I feeling bad again? What is it that that I'm putting myself in right now that is not good for me? I found that many times when we are so-called depressed, on the flip side of what's happening physically and how we're experiencing this emotion is also the energetic aspect of it, where your universe, your universe, you have to understand that you are in your own universe, in your own world. I am in my universe, in your universe, and I'm saying that so that you understand that it is your world. Your universe is trying to recalibrate you into the path that is right for you. Your universe is trying to send you messages, trying to send you signals, trying to send you codes that your energetic body is supposed to integrate. And there are answers for you even while you're going through this very tough time. For a lot of us, it is a way for our universe to stop us for just a little moment so that we can refocus on what is important. And you will find that when you go through these low states, when you go through this I am depressed periods of your life, you find that as you get better, you come back stronger, you have better answers for the problems you were trying to solve in your life, you have better decisions, or you are making better decisions because you have had time to yourself, which is one of the things that your universe is trying to get you to do. You've had time to yourself to think and think and think amidst the pain. We wish that the pain was not part of the process, but it is. Thankfully, I give thanks for my pain. Thankfully, it is part of the process, because some of us are so hard-headed and stubborn that if we are not pulled down to our lowest points, we will not be able to see what is right in front of us, and we'll be going off course, off course, off course. So sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes it is a way for your universe to stop you and bring you in center with yourself and bring you back in alignment with yourself by way of making you ponder and think and ask questions and think some more and think some more and spend time with you and be alone and be alone and be alone, because in this alone time, even while you're going through the pain, you are downloading answers, you are downloading codes, you're downloading information. You must remember that beyond your bodysuit of being human, you are spirit. And as spirit, you are connected to all of life. You're connected to the universe in you, within you, beyond you, and outside of you at all times. And this universe that we speak of, this energetic field that we're talking about, you're not activated in them as a physical being. You're only activated in this reality, in this physical plane of existence as physical. Your other aspects are non-physical. And so those non-physical aspects of you are trying to communicate with you, but you cannot hear until you are down, down, low, low, low. Which is why sometimes, after you have experienced the down space and the low state for 2 days, 3 days, you come back. And all of a sudden, you know what to do. All of a sudden, you have the answers that you're asking for. I know that this is making sense to you. I know it's making sense for you, and I know that you're receiving it. I know that in your mind you're saying, that makes sense. And if it makes sense for you, I want you to hear something else. You are on a journey that involves a lot of learning. Everything is happening so that you can receive knowledge, you can receive lessons, you can receive answers. So, if you don't want to go back to where you're coming from, if you don't want to fall back into that low place, you must ask yourself every time that you get back up, what was the lesson? What is the new thing that I have to begin to incorporate in my life so that I can continue to walk on the path of light, so that I can continue to walk on the path that is high, so that I can continue to be integrated in my highest, best self? If not, you will have to go through that lesson again and then you'll fall right back down. Maybe lower than you did before. And so, because a lot of the experiences that you go through in life is for the purpose of learning, if you don't get the lesson, you will be sent back again to learn the same lesson over and over and over again. So make sure that as you rise up and as you begin to resonate at a higher frequency, and as you begin to feel better and better and better, you are integrating in your new daily activities all of the things that you have now learned how to do, what to do, the answers you have taken, the lessons you have received, and you begin to apply it in your life as you move forward. If you do not want to go back to where you're coming from, this is how you grow, by taking the lessons, applying them, and beginning to work from a new place of better consciousness, of higher awareness. Does all of that make sense to you? I hope it does, because there is more to it. Now, when you are going through these low states, I don't want to say depression, because it has such a negative connotation around it, that it has like an energetic charge that is so negative in our world today that it's like you can't say it without bringing the murk and the dirt around it. So when you are in this low state where you're not feeling good, where you're not feeling at your best self, what is really running your life every day are your thoughts. It is so very easy for you to run the same programs that are keeping you low in that state of being. It's so easy for you to keep on running those programs, because the only way that you can rise up and above that is for you to recalibrate yourself into a higher consciousness, into a higher state of being. And the only way to do that is to change your thoughts. And to change your thoughts is a habitual thing. You cannot just change your thoughts now and then hope that has done the job. You have to override the existing thought patterns that are keeping you in a low state of being with new positive thought forms, and you have to repeat it over and over and over and over again until it sticks. And even when it sticks, you have to continue to do that. And you do that there's so many ways that you can do this. You can do that by affirmations, by scripting, by visualizing, by using your imagination. It's endless. There's so many things that you can do. And so quickly, I'm going to share with you 3 things that you can do to recalibrate your mind, okay, to override the existing thoughts right now that are keeping you in a low vibrational state of being, so that you can begin to think new and better thoughts. And those thoughts are going to override the ones that are keeping you low. And as you begin to override those thoughts, you begin to feel better. And you feel like your vibration is increasing and you're raising your frequency. You're beginning to resonate at a higher frequency. Your energy is getting better. And so you begin to repeat that process of introducing new thought forms into your being. And the way that you do this, one, is by affirmations. That means that you begin to speak out positive things, okay? And the easiest way for you to have more positive things to speak out is for you to listen to positive things. So one of the things that I really like to do is to listen to people who are giving you energy, listen to motivational speakers, listen to inspirational people, listen to powerful podcasts, listen to good stuff, so that you have good stuff coming into your head and you have good stuff coming out of your mouth. Another way that you can recalibrate and override the existing thoughts that are negative is to write, and we call this scripting. So what you want to do every single morning before you pick up your phone and get on Instagram is pick up your pen and a pad and begin to script. Begin to write your life in the present tense. Begin to write the way that you're feeling. And when you do this first thing in the morning, you really energize yourself in such a way that you are not repeating what happened the day before. Because one of the things that we do as humans is we go to bed at night, right? With all of the problems that we think that we have, we'll wake up in the morning remembering the problems that we slept with at night. And we completely forget it's a whole new day. It's a whole new day. Let the problems go away. Let the troubles go away. Because if you hold on to them by way of your thinking, then they will stick with you. The only reason that they are sticking with you is because you're holding on to them. You're thinking about the past. You're holding on to the past. The only way to override it is to override it with new thought forms. So when you wake up in the morning, be grateful for the day. First thing, gratitude. Just fill yourself with gratitude. And as you fill yourself with gratitude, grab a pen, grab a paper, write your gratitude out, and begin to script your life in the present moment. I am feeling better and better and better. Every day is a new opportunity for me to feel better and better and better. I am feeling magical right now. I can do all things. I am a magical being. I am a co-creator with the divine aspects of life. The universe is co-creating with me. The universe is in partnership with my supernatural abilities on earth. The universe is in partnership with me. And you just keep on writing and writing and writing and writing. And you can stick with it for at least 10 minutes. Don't do it for less than 10 minutes, at least in the beginning of, you try to override your negative thoughts. Another thing that you can do is to imagine and visualize. And I love to do my visualizations right after scripting, because when you're scripting, you are playing it's like you're playing a tape, and you're writing code and program for your mind. Your mind's like a powerful computer. You have to write the codes that you want your mind to operate on. And if you do this first thing in the morning, good for you. And so when you write these things out, you then begin to imagine and visualize your life taking form as the things that you have written down. And so just imagine that your life is now more beautiful, abundant, and just, all these things that you've written about your present state of how you want your life to be. But you don't just want to imagine and visualize it. You also want to feel it, right? Because it's the emotion, energy in motion. It's the emotion that you attach to your intentions, the emotions that you attach to your visualizations, the emotions that you attach to your affirmations that really push it forward. Emotion. And so you want to feel so good. You want to feel as if the thing that you're imagining and the thing that you're visualizing is real, because it is real. If you can convince your mind that it is real, then it is. And it will materialize before your very eyes. It will come forth because you're a magical creator being. And so I want you to understand this. All right? So when you are trying to override your negative thought forms, which are keeping you in a low state of being, these are the things that you can begin to do. All right? Now, don't forget, this can happen again. It might happen again, sooner, maybe later. But when it does happen again, allow yourself to feel. Don't try to run away from it. Don't hate your life all of a sudden. Just try to understand, why am I going through this again? What is going on here? In my case, this past days when I was feeling this way, when I came back to my true self, when I came back online, I realized that I was, in my physical life, I was going off on a tangent. I was beginning to spend my time doing things that were not for me, or I was focusing wrongly, basically. And I was trying to also answer the question of something to do with my career, and trying to understand exactly where it was that I was trying to position myself and the things that I share. And so there were a lot of answers that I needed, but I couldn't get them because I was focused on something else, and I was going off and off and off on a tangent. And I feel like, because I'm so stubborn, I feel like my universe needed to stop me completely so that I can be with myself and then think from within, you know what I mean? And that's exactly what happened. I had time to spend to myself. I had time to feel things. I was coaching my clients online, my clients who are going through depressive states. I'm coaching them online. I'm sending them emails, and I'm crying while I'm sending them emails. I'm crying. I'm like, you're going to be fine. I know you're going to be fine. Just believe that everything is going to be all right. And I'm like, yo, Eva, you need to listen to yourself and take your own fucking advice. But it's good. It's all good. I mean, if if I don't go through this, how can I help you go through your own shit, right? Thank you so much for watching this video. I have to go now so I don't take all of your time, and so that you can have some time to go do your scripting, go do your affirmations, stop watching me on YouTube, stop watching me on Instagram. Go do your scripting, go do your affirmations, begin to override the negative thought patterns that are keeping you in that low state of being. And remember, there are lessons to learn. When you're done with this phase, when you're done with it, pick yourself up, remember what the lessons are, and run, baby, run. I love you. I send you a lot of love, a lot of light. I wish you well, and I hope you subscribe. I'd love to see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching this one. I'll see you soon. Bye.